Yo, what's up, guys? I'm Not Only Bees13, and right now I'm bringing you guys my top 5 games of 2014. In this list, in a specific order, I list my 5 favorite games that I've played this year. I'm sorry if your favorite game is not on this list, because remember, this is all in my personal opinion. But if you guys want to let me know your top 5, you can leave a comment below. I will read comments, and I'd love to know what you guys think. And yeah, let's get on with the video. Alright guys, starting off this list at number 5, we have Destiny, and this game had a lot to it when it originally came out. A new game by Bungie that wasn't Halo was kind of a big deal, considering I really did love the Halo series, and I wanted to see what Bungie could do, and this game was really hyped. It did have a lot of strong points, but then again, it did have a lot of weak points, but the weakest point I think I did have was single player. And don't get me wrong, it is an MMO and it's supposed to be a massive multiplayer online game, but I really think it did lack in the single player. Like I said, it is an MMO, but Halo and Bungie, they were really known for having a great single player you could play with friends. The single player you could technically play with friends, as it was an MMO and you could just grind and do the missions or whatever. I really think it should have had its own single player. I think that would have made the game even bigger. Like, the fact that it took them 6 years to make, I could see what they tried to do was make it so the regular missions you could do, they made it possible to do that with friends and to play over and over. Because let's be honest, if this game had a regular single player like Halo, I think it'd be pretty boring to do the missions over and over again just so you could get some new loot. And that was something that Destiny had a lot of, going back to old missions of having to get new loot. So I understand that the single player didn't have the biggest storyline, and I hear people complain about that all the time when this game was in its prime. But I definitely think that not having a storyline to its single player was a good idea, but I still think they should have had their own side thing where they had single player. But something that did excel in this game is its multiplayer. Personally, I love playing games with friends. If the game you can play with friends and you have some funny moments, I will probably play that game, and it will last longer because I love playing with friends. And friends, I think, make the experience of a game a ton better, and that's where Destiny came in. It had a lot of things you could do in multiplayer. You could do raids, you could do missions, you could do regular PvP online. There were just many things you could do with friends, and that's why, for me, it made it to number 5. And yeah, that was Destiny. Alright guys, at number 4, we have Wolfenstein: The New Order, and this game was just a roller coaster of fun for me. This game had so much to offer, despite it not having multiplayer, and me saying multiplayer is a huge thing in a game. This game has to have one of the best storylines of 2014, or almost ever. Like, I think this game has the best storyline that I've probably played that I can remember. It was just so amazing. The characters were really relatable and interesting. I don't think too many characters were left out, and whenever a character died, like, you just couldn't help but feel attached and felt sad when a character you liked died. There were so many weapons you could choose from, and you could customize the weapons, and I really did like how at certain situations you had to use a certain weapon, and you had to figure it out yourself. The map design in this game was amazing. Like, the theme of each level and the way every mission was and how different it wasn't the same boring thing over and over. It was just amazing. Like, the themes could have been different. Like, at the beginning of the game, you could be on a plane, and at the end of the game, you could be in space. And something that they did from a change like that, it wasn't corny. It was actually really good, and it made sense, and I really did love it. There were so many exciting moments in this game. Heart-dropping moments, exciting moments, just so many moments this game had to offer. It was really amazing. Like, when you had to kill the boss at the end, that was one of the most exciting things. Like, my heart was pumping the entire time. I think if a game could literally grab your attention and make you have some feelings towards a character if they died, or what's gonna happen next, or just how the game is gonna turn out, I think that's a big deal. And when this game did end for me at when I completed the storyline, I was so sad. I just wish it kept going, but it was amazing. Had amazing storyline, amazing weapons, characters, map designs, themes, moments, and overall, I think it was an amazing single-player game and has everything a single-player game should offer. And honestly, this is just one of the only single-player games I would recommend to anybody, and that was number 4 at Wolfenstein. Alright guys, at number 3 we have GTA 5, and you can't tell me you did not see this coming. I would definitely say this game is one of the best games of 2014, and it has so much to offer. The first thing I'll talk about the single player. Though I don't think it's as good and as exciting as Wolfenstein's The New Order single player, again, it has to be one of the best single players I have played this year, and it is just a roller coaster of fun. You could have the funniest moments, and then you could have the most exciting moments. It just has everything a gamer would want in the single player, and it is just really fun. And I think the multiplayer is definitely where this game takes off. Though I wish there are a lot of things you could do in the single player I wish you could do in the multiplayer. The multiplayer still has many different things to offer, and especially the fact that you could do it with so many friends if you really wanted to. I love the fact that you could just goof off with your friends, or you could do serious things and then you could try to get money to get that car you wanted or the apartment. And that's another fact of this game. There are so many different ways to make money to get what you want to get. You could go from robbing a convenience store to racing on really cool maps with your friends to make a lot of money. And it's just really exciting to earn stuff your own, and the fact that you get to have fun while doing it. The thing is, in this game, it's not a grind to earn money to get what you want, which just makes the game amazing. And like I said, you could goof off with friends if you don't want to be as serious and have fun with the things you just bought with all that money. And it's just really amazing. There's so much customization you could do. There's tons of different weapons, and the fact that they add new DLC for free. The fact that it's for free, it's amazing. You could just get new weapons. They could add new vehicles. They could add small little things like new stuff for your vehicles and stuff like that. And on the new gen, having it in first person just makes it so much more exciting. Let's be honest, if a game that comes out originally on the 360 or PS3 might not be as good as the One or the PS4, but I think that one feature definitely makes the game a lot more exciting and fun to play with friends, and again, have more fun moments. And yeah, those are my many reasons why GTA is at number 3. Alright guys, I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate on this one, but at number 2, we have Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Now, I want you guys to hear me out why I put this at number 2. As much as you guys may hate it, I consider this a pretty good game, and good enough to be at the number 2 spot. Let's start off with the single player. No matter how much everybody says Call of Duty sucks, I've always thought the single player was really cool. You know, at times I thought it was pretty corny, but it was just really entertaining to play. And with the exosuits in this game and the futuristic devices that they could have in this game and plots and storylines, I thought the single player was amazing. Though all this futuristic stuff may not be as good in multiplayer, I think the exosuit keeps the game alive. It's something actually different for a change. Let's be honest, the last Call of Duty Ghost, was nothing exciting or that fun, but the exosuit is such a new change to Call of Duty. Though I may get hate and they might say, and you guys might say, it's the exact same game, I really do enjoy the exosuits, and it is a ton of fun with friends. That's another thing. I know GTA has so much you could do with friends, but Call of Duty is kind of addictive when you play it with friends. You just want to keep playing and playing and playing. It's just entertaining. With all the guns that they have, I really like to try out new things in this game, like new game modes and new guns and stuff like that. And this game has a lot of that to offer, and something that Sledgehammer does is they listen to the community, and when something's really annoying in the game, they get rid of it and nerf it somehow. So I really like how the community's listening, because when this game first came out, there was so much bullshit the game had to offer, but afterwards, they're listening to the community, and it's not as bad. And something else that's small is I always like the third game mode, no matter what it is usually, which is Exo Survival this time. I usually always like it, just because it doesn't take that hard to entertain me in a video game, but I really like Exo Survival. It's practically survival from MW3 with exosuits, but like I said, I really do enjoy the exosuits, and it does add a new factor to Call of Duty, and I cannot wait to see what they have for the DLC and what they have to come for Call of Duty. And yeah, guys, that's number 2 at Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Alright guys, at the very anticipated number 1, my favorite game of 2014 has definitely have to be the game Smite. I know that might be a plot twist for a lot of you, and despite this game not being made in 2014, ever since I picked my hands up on this game, it has been the most entertaining game I have played this year. This is definitely one of my favorite games of all time. It's one of the very few games I could take seriously, and this game has just have so many things perfect to me. For one, let's talk about the multiplayer. Obviously, you could play with friends on your side, and I love how it's competitive. So you have to talk about the game with your friends. Like, you just can't be like doing whatever. You have to talk about the game and communicate. And I really do love the aspect of that game. It just brings it more live to me and more competitive. Even on the public matches, you don't have to play the ranked or the league plays in it. And if you guys don't know what this game is, just because I know it's not the most popular game, it's practically League of Legends in third person, but it's really dumbed down, and I really do like it. There are so many small things in this game that just make it really enjoyable. Small things like getting a single kill is really fun to get, buying your own items, upgrading your abilities, small stuff like that I find really fun in this game. And the fact that you could play competitive with your friends, it is really, really enjoyable. I love all the game modes in this game, and the character you have is called a god, and each god is like a completely different experience for me. Though I'm playing on the same game and on the same game mode, it is just a different experience trying out new gods, and the fact that they have so many gods, it is so entertaining. I'm not even like halfway done with the gods, and it is just very, very entertaining, and I love playing it. And a lot of other small things that this game has that makes it really fun is the way they show your stats. I really do love when video games have a good leaderboard and they show your stats really well, and I really do love how the game does it. Just because you could level up your gods so much, I love the stats that they could show and everything like that. And it is just really entertaining, and this game definitely has to be my favorite game of 2014. Alright guys, that's my list for my favorite games of 2014, and I really did hope you enjoyed that video. If you have your own opinion of your top 5 games of 2014, please leave a comment below. I really do love to read your comments, and if you want to see my other top 5s, you could click on the screen or look at the playlist down in the description. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm ThatOnlyBeast13, and I'm out.